Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I am Anjali. The topic that I am going to discuss today is sum of squares in Python NumPy. To calculate this, I am explaining two simple methods, that is by using NumPy and then using NumPy's built-in function. Now we'll start with first method, that is using NumPy. Sum of squares is a common statistical calculation used to measure how much data values vary from mean. Mean is nothing but average. It is used to measure how much the data value will vary from the mean. Using NumPy makes this calculation simple and efficient when working with numerical data. Whenever we are working with numerical data by using NumPy library, it makes this calculation simple and efficient. Now I'll explain example for this first method. I'll copy paste the code and I'll explain the terms. Initially I've imported NumPy as NP name I've given, and this is the sample data of temperature reading in Fahrenheit. In the data variable, by using np.array function, we have passed the values temperature readings as these values, and in the mean variable, I am passing np.mean function and I am passing data variable where mean variable contains the mean function with temperature values, and in sum of squares variable I've taken np.sum function where inside sum function I've written data, which means temperature readings minus the mean value and double asterisk exponent with 2, and then we are printing data, mean and sum of squares variables. This is how we are printing the values in flower brackets. Dot 2f is nothing but we are telling that to consider two decimal points. Now if I run this code, you can see in the data, this data is displayed and this is the mean which is calculated by using mean function, and this is the sum of squares by using data minus mean exponent to 2. As I said, with two decimal points we are considering. This is how we calculated sum of squares. And this is simple method. I hope you understood. Now we'll go for second method, that is using Python's built-in function. NumPy provides built-in function np.square function, which is used to square each value in dataset, and np.sum function, which we used in the last example, which adds the squared value together. In last example, to square, we have written sum function and formulas using exponent minus. Here we are using directly the square function and sum function. We'll see an example to understand more about this. This is our next example. As I explained, importing NumPy as NP. Here the variable name is data. In np.array function, we are passing stock price changes for week in dollars. Both positive and negative numbers are present inside this array, that is 2.5 minus 1.3, etc. Here in some SQ variable, I am passing np.sum function, where inside sum function I am writing np.square function, and to that I am passing value as data. You can observe the difference in last example. Inside sum function, we have written data minus mean exponent 2 in expanded way. Here we are just using square function and we are passing these values inside the square function, and we are printing data and sum of squares, and we are printing this variable here, and we are telling that to print with two decimal places. I'll show you the output by running this code. This is the data. As you can see here, it is the same. It is displaying the same values for data. After calculation, it is giving sum of squares as 12.772 decimal points as we have defined here. This is how square function and sum function works in this example. These are two simple ways through which you can calculate sum of squares. I hope you understood both the methods. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel.